Hi, my name is Theodore Cottingham with the School of God in Eureka Springs. And this is a God school, the School of God, a school like no other because it teaches you to be God if you will surrender to be it in your likeness, your manner, your vocabulary with your experiences drawing from. So you see, it doesn't divorce you from you, but it brings you into being the real you because your consciousness grows it to be not separate. So the tree of life is no more stymied by you or stunted into believing something that isn't true. Though you've been taught it many years, you are not separate from God. And God is not just a theory of a man long ago or some unit of being superior intelligence of, or are you it? And will you be it if you learn how to be becoming it again, that you are the estranged no more from you? Will you love each other in a new way? Will you have different values? Will your leadership be in the light of the cosmos, loving people, doing things you've never done before, with people you've never met before? Or people are you meeting all over the earth now, not subject to it? Because you're studying God to be it. Because God is not perishing again. Fools of. I ask you to no more swallow the theories that mankind has given you and that God has given you the Lord God series of. So you see, even now I'm introducing a term differentiating God from Lord God. I'm asking you to lay down religion and no more be religionized by it. I'm asking you to come into your leadership and be God 101, the star of. Or are you willing to create one? Is that how stars are formed? Oh, God, will you be not ignorant about that anymore? God, will you grow up? The seed of God, are you it? In the seed of God, are you? Have you ever considered that? That you are the child of no other king? Or are you inextricable to me, the I am, that is speaking this way through every surrendered being who will light, love, and be it? The values of the king coming into it to be the abdicator no more. I'm a simple guy in Eureka Springs telling you, you can be God if you want to, not. I'm saying You are God up here in the temple of light. If you will be it again, so that your neurons won't confuse you or take over or control your command central. Will the heart of life be the tree of love? And vice versa, not again grounding it. Or will you be ground, no more limited to? Will you learn how to live stream me this way so that God, my voice is you coming through with your breath that my eyes are seeing, interpreting the one consciousness of, creating a new me, that's you, speaking with love, healing the lands of I am. Are you willing to learn a new song of the universe and not be incarcerated in it, of yours? I love life that love is, and love is abounding. Now, around me, in me, for I am an energy field of no other. I am consciousness of one, grace, peace, and beautification, the beauty of me. Before I started this race, or did you? Or were we a part of a race? No longer made by God theory? Are we coming into the differentiation of light from light, darkness by love that isn't? You see how I am using words and asking you to learn how I am using words so that words no more use you, and the patterns of light given you that darkness to your temple will no longer control you. I ask you to leadership be. I ask you to come into your leadership and do things you've never done because your imagination runs wild, not again, or will. You no longer have an imagination of things you can't do. Or will you be God because you love became it and gave your life to be a martyr no more for flesh? I ask you to be God, not entertaining you again with the entertainment series of one that just wants to be entertained through life. I am not the satisfied with life other. Are you wanting more out of this life, or have you had many? Or are you willing to learn a new thought, have one, or create it? I'm asking you to create me that is speaking through the words of I am. Theodore, this day. Am I you too? Will I be millions in light now, not raping each other with the joys of unlove? Will you no longer be brutal to you? Will you keep you out of the garden of creativity no more? Will you enter it? Will you enter me? Will you enter the energy of one? Will you enter the creativity of God? To God be it, not separate anymore. Worshipping it? Why would you worship God when you are one? When you have the same mind that's been so demented? Or are you no more diminished in your own sight? Or are you no more the hybrid series, the Lord God of? Or are you making amends no more for sorrow? Will you heal the new race not? Will you create it? Will you love the old? Will you come out into the new birthed you? Being you who will birth you, the new birth of, and understand covenant no longer constricts you. Will you be the new generation me, that me is a consciousness of one? God was, God am. God is here again to lead you out. If you will lead you out, if you will lead me out of you, no more to worship me in it, or are you changing what you understand a God series of? Will God you be a light race? God, are you willing to leadership be? God with your name on it. God with your name in it. God, your name here on your forehead, projecting light no more as sorrow in the patterns of unlove. Will you speak of light and let it be and love each other? Will you make little recordings like this, live streaming me? Will you be the words of the consciousness one, where you create creatorships that create light instead of darkness and hardship for each other? Will you no longer just want monies and control? Will you see you are the God you serve no more? Or were you just wanting God to be prevalent in your life, no matter what you call it? You just wanted a life of your own free will that you created to be the creatorship of and study another, worship it. And it taught you to do obedience unto it. I ask you to come out of the training you've had to be the training of the cosmos, for the cosmos, to be the light beings me. I start a new race. My name is simple, tons no more of yours. I am the simple me. I am God in cloth. I am the consciousness of one that concretizes it no more in your molecules, your molecular structure. I teach God to be it. That's my name. I'm simple, God, 101. God, teaching you to be it, who will be he who is not, but she who I am is. With a womb for me, you see, who wombs my words I will be. The womb with, I will new birth me. I will birth me into something new you've never seen before. Or were you it before I ever came? I'm asking you to study without simpletons ruining your grace to live who you really are. I'm asking you to let not your identity be robbed from you by others who want to blind you with theirs. I'm asking you to grow up no matter what degrees you have or how many in what subject. I'm asking you to love love. I'm asking you to healed be by your words that you record like this on your genes each day that you speak like this. Where you come into a living of I am shielded from God no more, to study it as a separate entity. I ask you to lay down your prophetic books and your ancient ones too. I ask you to write new ones with the faith, not but the love of experiencing the experiential me, commensurate with your love, where you're drawn into a relationship with estrangement no more, but one where you are the one in the movie, the one in the book, the one we all thought was another, somebody to come, some God, some super energy, man or woman, God. How did you portray it? How did you want it to come? Who was it? What name did you use? Will it defeat you no more in the estrangement of you, your purpose with, to be it that God you serve no more, but become it before God was a God thing, a God item, a construct of God, a word? What definition are you using for God? Oh, this day, will you redefine it and be you in training of you to be the light people who rejoice and cover the earth with love? Creating heaven here again, because it was before it became a hybrid race of sinners, not but controllers, authoritarians, wanters, users of your energy. I defeat love no more. And this is my broadcast this day of love, in love, to love you. My love goes everywhere. For I see you as love. And this is what I'm doing. I'm raising a school of God to be it. God school. The school of God in Eureka Springs. I study this way. I listen to these words multiple times, recording it on YouTube for YouTube many times, hundreds, thousands. I've been doing this for 20 years, you see. I'm learning. I have learned God through these words that I have let be speaking, spoken through me, I am. And I am one who estranges me, not again from me. So I separate me, not again from you. We are one consciousness to be it. God in law no more, but God in love, with love. And love lights the worlds, and our words do. The genetic of love become the peace code of me. That love is understanding, because there's a school for it now, and it's rigorous. And we write papers. We understand this is a school, not an acceptance theory where you say a little prayer and think ding dongs have arrived to change your molecules or become something new. I'm not into your theories. I'm bringing God out of God theory. I'm redefining love to be it who love each other, who will heal each other's children of every color, race, tribe, and tongue. And my name is Theodore on the earth, a simple guy that lives love the best way I can, or have I given you words for 20 years, many recordings, several thousand documents too, online that are searchable, that you can learn from, that you can glean, you can study, link, map, to assemble you in a new way, to be the new birth, or birthing you into something new, a light race that's no longer limited to flesh, you see. Do you hear anything I'm saying? Will you? Are you willing to lead? Are you willing to grow up and not be led by love that isn't at all, but portrays itself as such? The lucid deceiver of, I am no longer the deception of your devices. Oh God, who think you're other or not, or who think I'm other than who I am. For I am, creating a new race. The creators are of creation again. That all begins, the new beginning again. And it's here, folks. Whether you like it or not, my love is for you, not. My love is love personified no more in the justice of other that takes it and rips it apart, sends you to death. I love am in motion. My name is Theodore Cottingham in Eureka Springs with the School of God. One simple guy that decided to know God at any cost, or God am I? Or will God speak to you this way, no matter who you have searched it as, or called it, what name you had for it, been belligerent about it or not? Will you no longer be the arrogant Christ seeking, or will you be beyond all that now and no longer languish in the words of the past? Will you create your own? Will you let you teach you? Are you willing to grow up and be in the teacher's position that teaches you, where you are the teacher and the teachee? You are all there is. You are one. At the table of one, will you be God, teacher, student too? Will you all be one in the consciousness of one that grows it up? Because you're willing to make a mistake, you're willing to take a risk, you're really willing to be no longer hiding in your own flesh from the real you. I don't have all the answers, or do you? Or will we? Or are we all one mind of God, growing it up? Again, being the interconnected me. I speak like this without syllables sometime. Or am I speaking into your heart as you speak with me? At the table of one, will you study these words? Will you listen? Will you obey not other to estrange you from you? Will you listen to the inner voice of me? Or me will you be? one who studies God to be it, in the firmament of not having other being incarcerated in. I'm no longer limited to earth, for my word goes everywhere, and I am the seed of no other race. Or am I asking you to be the beneficial to you no more in sorrow that ends it in death? I ask you to come into your power, your leadership, where you take you to death no more, but life, because you speak it, the love of the living. And you become the living Christ. Not, or will you be it, no matter what name there was for it, or are you the original me, or are now you growing out of all that was into the present day me now, here and hearing me? Will you create love this way and go among the cosmos? Will you no longer be afraid of aliens, of space, of concepts you don't enjoy? Or fearful are you no more? From fear made of, will it no more be? Genetic, cast in your genes. What are you doing, oh God, with God this day? Learning love. I pray to you all to be you, God, not worshiping again another, no matter what name you had for it or what degrees you have in it. A lot of schools close now that studied God to be other. But mine open out love to the lovers who will be loving every nature, tribe, and tongue. Because light lives there in me, where you see me, life, am, of love are, the ones innumerable. So I'm your protons no more led by. Or am I changing everything you are willing to ask this day, seek and find? Me in you. Not but you, me. I am one who love is lights the worlds with our words. And we are birthing a new race. And I ask you into God, come into God being it with love, who loves each other. Be kind, gentle, care for each other. Love the children. And if you hurt them, you won't be here, because I am. And I speak my word of healing, joy, and love across this nation. And I'm in America first. And I'm simple me. Simple enough to declare me God, asking you to be it too. In the training station of one. I love you all. I'm in this little town of Eureka Springs for now. A great place for the education of one, me, to come forth. Need not love other, and deceive not yourselves again with it. Be the love I am, that reproduces I am, the creators are. This is Creation School, God School 101. Completing love to be it in the new birth me, that acts in motion are the healing me's, healing love, restoring to planet rejoicers now, not limited to one, but all being the one. I am, we are, a race of light people. Rejoicing, love has come. I invite you to write me at Box 34 in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, USA. I hope you've enjoyed this, or did I challenge you, or have I offered you new ideas Or are you willing to come into a new place and ask a lot of questions and hear new ones asked within you and create the word of I am one and live by the light of I am? I am one inviting you to do so. Be the limitless me, infinite, immortal, lover of light, race of one, consciousness of God being it. I love you. Theodore Cottingham with the School of God, TheodoreCottingham.com. It's the school website for now. Love me, write me. Be the living word. Creating the creatorship of one. I go now. I record often, and I have many recordings online for you to study and glean from, inviting you to be part of the School of God. Let me know. Pick up your pen, because things happen when you do that you never imagined up here in the palaces of light. Creating me, creating you, all of us one, the unlimited me. Good day.